Like I was saying, I told him that I was unique, that I hadn't dated anyone, that I basically have the dating skills of a 14-year-old. I like to have fun. I'm all about, I'm a total homebody. And, he just was like, you're unique. Every girl says they're unique. There's no way. And I was like, well, I am telling you right now, I'm unique. I am not a serial dater. I'm not a dick hopper. I am who I am. And it was so funny because it just flowed so well. And Dee, the girl who told me about him, I didn't know, she hit him up at the shop that day and said, you know what? She's a really good girl. She's been through a lot. You've been through a lot. I feel like you guys would be awesome. Ask her out. And he did. And I thank her every day of my life because I wake up with the most amazing man ever. We've been living together for 6 months now, and it's amazing. It's incredible. His kids are amazing. They're incredible. It's so amazing how you meet people's kids, and sometimes you think like, oh, what if I get mama drama? Or like, oh, her kids better not look like her. You know what I'm saying? But it's so funny how his babies are just the fact that they're a part of him. They're a part of me now, and I love them. I adore them. They are the sweetest, most beautiful, babies that I get to help co-parent with. And, like I said, mine are older, so there's no co-parenting there, But when it comes to him, it's incredible to have them over our apartment and fix lunch. And for a split second, during the day, I'm like, this is my little family. When my princess is home and she's having dinner with us, he looks at me and he's like, damn, this is my whole family too. So yeah, we met through an oil change and a mutual friend. We have been together since. And he texted me the very next day after our date and said, do you want to hang out today and do a second date? And I said, sure. On our second date, I was a little bit more ballsy because he told me on second date, I normally don't make it to a second date. I just don't ever call him back or do this or do that. But the fact that you're on a second date, you're kind of special. And I was like, okay, so maybe I'm not going to make it through a third date. So my cousin had told me a beautiful story about how you're supposed to go for yours and not let things fall in your lap, because you might regret it later. So I remember we were at Dave & Buster's, and maybe an hour into our date, I stopped him and I said, quick question. He was like, yeah. I go, do you want to get it out of the way now or later? He was like, what? I go, can you just give me a little kiss? And he, total gentleman, went, and that was our first kiss at Dave & Buster's. I'm such a whore for it too. He loves it. And after that, we were holding hands, and third, fourth, fifth date came. When the fourth date came, I thought to myself, I need to not fall for this guy because you've been through so much. Me? You can't. So I was very guarded, super guarded, because I'm like, dude, this guy's freaking adorable. Like, he can have anyone, as can I. But I just don't want anyone. I want someone over the top, over the moon, for this galaxy's special, I can get anyone, anywhere. I want someone who's going to be extraordinary. So, right before our fifth date, I said, okay, so this is my deal. Are you talking to other girls? Are you dating other girls? Because I don't want to be in the mix. Like, if it's going to be just you're dating me, you're going to be dating me. And at this point, I'm like, it could go either way. Either way, I'm okay. I'm not going to die because this guy says, you know what? I just want fun right now. He could date anyone. What would a little minus plus 4'11" chick do, right? Nothing to his ego. So I just said, I just want to let you know, before we decide to go on our fifth date, I don't play games. I'm not about to be like a side chick or anything like that. Like, that's not who I am, so you decide what you want to do. And he said, Nomi, as of right now, I'm only dating you. And I was like, okay. So we went on our 5th date, and then he told me something, because his favorite number is 6. He said, Nomi, can we just skip like date 6 and go straight to date 7? And I'm like, okay, I didn't understand the reasoning behind it. But then he said, but just to let you know, once it hits date 10th, then it's not dating anymore. And I was like, it's not? He's like, no. Once we made it to our 10th date, then it's just us and you're my girlfriend. And I was like, sweet. So because he had told me he wouldn't text girls back, I made it a point to never text him in the morning. To this day, I do not text him in the morning. I always wait for him to text me. And even though now it's different, now it's like we live together, like what the hell, you're gonna like dump me now? Please, you ain't dumping no one. But you know what I mean? Like, it was like, I was afraid to text him and be that chick, you know, who's like, oh, he hasn't texted me. Oh shit, he hasn't texted me. Oh fuck, he hasn't texted me, you know? So I always made it a point. Once he texted me, I was like, okay, I'm still good. Because again, now all fun aside, I had been through so much. I did struggle through crazy insecurities. I was broken. I was dead. So it took me a while to let my guard down. It really did. And I'm glad it did. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't be who I am today. Like, I'm happy. Like, I trust fully. I love completely. And I dance like a crazy chinchilla in summertime. Like, you don't even understand. Like, there's nothing about him that gives me red flags. There's nothing that he's done to this point that I'm like, oh, get guarded, Nomi. Like, this, nothing. Everything has been amazing. Knock on wood or card plastic that it continues this way. For Patricia, don't be afraid and don't change who you are. You don't need to change for anybody. The right person for you is gonna love you for the person that you are. And it's gonna accept you and enhance you in every way. You know, you guys are gonna complement each other like you have no idea. With Tasso and I, there's never a dull moment. There's never a moment where we're just like, I mean, we're like, let's do this. That's why it takes me so long to do videos, because I'm like, before I know it, it's time to go to bed, and I'm just like, good night, I love you so much, Mocho, you're so beautiful, you know, and I can't, like, I just can't. On that note, that's how we met. Needless to say, we did went on our 6th date eventually, and for you guys who have followed me, our 6th date was Hawaii. We were already serious in our relationship, but when we got to Hawaii and he showed me the incredible place we were staying at, he just said, Mama, welcome to date 6. This cycle is now complete. You're not missing any dates. And I love him for his thoughtful ways and how he comes home from work. You know, he's a mechanic. He's out there working on cars in the heat and the rain and the cold. Then he runs to go see his babies, and to still come home and have an incredible positive personality and baby me and spoil me and say, I am cooking dinner for my queen tonight, is something that I never knew life could be so incredible in. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed to have him in my life and to have his kids in my life and to have his family in my life and to have the incredible children that I have, and for the divorce to be over, for all the hurt to now be gone, is something that it's incredible. So Patricia, hang in there. You got this. You got this. Trust me, I will not stress out the fact that I am probably the weakest person I've ever met, and if I did it, you got this. It's in the bag. Just be positive, love yourself, love everyone around you. Just think of all the positive times that are to come, and don't focus on the past. Do not focus on the past, because sometimes we tend to just focus so much on all the negative shit that happened to us that actual positive crap is happening as we speak, and we don't see it. So I'm here for you. I know you got this, and you wanted to know how we met, and this is the incredible fairy tale. That's how the incredible fairy tale of mine began. And there's not enough hours in the day, there's not enough days in the month, there's not enough days in a year for me to say how much I am in love with Tasso, how happy I am, how happy he makes me, how happy I make him. 152 lifetimes are not enough for me to love this man, and for some oddball reason, he's promised me 152 lifetimes together, so he's a man of his word, so I'm holding that little shit to it. With that said, guys, love to you all, stay positive, and love each other, and I'm so gonna post that hot-ass picture of him, because woo-wee, also, Nomi, she looked out, but, I love you all, thank you for watching, and any more questions, please feel free to ask. I love ya. Bye.